Coming up next, we're going to talk about beating fear, doubt, and pride. And then job market optimism, a 21-year high, and Momentum Monday, and your calls. And it all starts right now. All right, welcome to the Ken Coleman Show. We're coming to you live from our Ramsey Solutions studios in Nashville. And you joined a conversation about you, specifically your purpose. Now, we're going to focus on your professional purpose, but it has implications to your personal life. If you are on purpose and doing what you were created to do, then you are going to experience the juice, I like to call it, where you're in the sweet spot, using what you do best, talent, to do work you love, which is passion, to accomplish results that matter deeply to you. That's mission. So talent, passion, mission. When they're in alignment, multiple things in the marketplace, career paths, dream jobs, that here's what happens. The significance you feel through your contribution lights your whole soul. And it makes you a better human being. You have more sense of significance. You already are significant, but when you see the significant contribution that you were created to make in your work and you do that, it makes you better in your personal life. And the data backs all this up. So it's an important conversation. It's a different kind of conversation. And it is, in fact, a conversation one-on-one. Now, many of you are watching live just after 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Some of you are watching later. The reality is you've got a 2-hour window from 12 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, where you can call in 844-747-2577. That's the phone number. It's toll-free, 844-747-2577. And today's a big day. We're going to get to the teaching in just a moment, but I told you today was a big day, and it is. There it is, Nathan. Oh, my gosh. Let's come over here. I love this. Oh, it's right there on the screen. It's even better than the physical copy in my hands. The new book, From Paycheck to Purpose, The Clear Path to Doing Work You Love. This is the 7 stages that you hear me talk about on the program, and it is a deep dive, and it walks you through it in the book, and today it's available for pre-sale. That means you can order today all the way up until release day, November the 9th. And we have 2 separate bundles where you buy the book for only $20. That's a discount. And you're going to get over $100 in goodies. All of that information, kencoleman.com, easiest place to go get the bundle. Now, some people say, Ken, can I get it on Amazon? Sure, you could pre-order it on Amazon as well. But I'm telling you, the easiest way to go is kencoleman.com, get all the goodies. And I hope we have a graphic for this, Nathan. Today is also the day we release the long-awaited assessment called the Get Clear Career Assessment. Talent, passion, mission. I walk callers through this all the time. Now we have about a 20 to 25-minute digital assessment that will walk you through specific questions and give you a very detailed, fantastically easy to understand and applied report that will show you your top 3 talents, what you do best in the 12 universal talents of the world of work. Then it's going to show you your top 3 passions. This is specific work that you love to engage in. And then third, mission. What's your number 1 driving missional result? This is the results that you want to create through your work. Then we fill out a purpose sentence for you, fills out, populated. And then we show you professional possibilities where you can clarify and verify as I teach. This assessment is only $30. So because the new book is launching as well, you can pre-order the book. You can get the assessment and the book for $30. And you get all of the goodies plus the assessment for only $10 when it's normally $30 on its own. So lots of good stuff coming at you. I'm going to be giving that away a lot on the program. But this is a great tool that I've been working on for over 2 years. So big day. We're talking about it a lot, so I don't want to overwhelm you with it. These are practical resources. The assessment, the Get Clear Career Assessment, and the book together. One is the stage 1. Boom, I've got my direction. Now the book helps me get up the mountain. So all of that, kencoleman.com. kencoleman.com, easiest place to get it. All right, let's get to this. So let's talk about fear, doubt, and pride. So we know from close to 5,000 phone calls in the last 4 years that the 3 biggest enemies of progress is fear, doubt, and pride. Those are the three biggies, even if you're clear. So you know what you were created to do, and you have a good idea how to get there, or maybe you don't, but either way, when you can get super clear, you're still going to always be fighting fear, doubt, and pride. They don't ever go away. So number one, I want to encourage those of you who are right now in a wrestling match with fear, doubt, or pride, maybe all three. Let me break down the most common fears, the most common doubts, and the most common areas of pride that I'm talking about on this journey to be who you were created to be. Let's just break down two quick of each one. Fear. What are the most common fears? The first is the fear of the unknown. That's why the first stage of my 7 stages is get clear. When we get clear, we've got answers, and all of a sudden, we're not paralyzed by the unknown. But the fear of the unknown, I don't know what's in front of me. Think about when you're ever in a really dark cave or dark room, and you can't see 2 inches in front of your nose, how paralyzing that is. Also, how about driving a car? I know of times I've been in the car, Joe, and I'll run into some thick fog. Man, I'm pulling over quick. When you can't see 3 feet in front of the car, that would be the fear of the unknown, and it is paralyzing. So that's why we teach getting clear. That's why we created this assessment. Once I'm clear on the professional possibilities, I know my purpose statement, boom, I can now begin to move forward. I'm not paralyzed. Another big fear is fear of failure. Fear of failure is huge. Everybody's got it. What's going to happen if I fail? What are the financial implications? You know, how far will it set me back in my life? You know, what's it going to feel like if I fail? The answer is no. All right, let's move on to doubt, the ugly, nasty, insidious cousin of fear. 2 most common doubts I hear. I don't know if I've got what it takes. That's talent. I doubt that I've got the talent to do this. Or maybe I doubt that I've got the fortitude, the stick-to-itiveness to stay with it. Another big doubt is time. I don't know if I got enough time, Ken. I'm 45. I have enough time. So we doubt our talent and we doubt our time. All right, let's move to pride. 2 biggest areas of pride that I see. By the way, I'm guilty of all these, so don't single yourself out here. This is called humanness. 2 areas of pride I see on this journey. 1, the opinions of others. In the Proximity Principle book, I called it the fear of peers. What's everybody else going to say? Let me tell you something. At 33, I was on a track to politics. Everybody that knew me in my life was like, Ken's going to run for office one day. And all of a sudden, it wasn't all of a sudden, but for a couple of years, I'm wrestling with this. And then I start telling people, hey, I'm going to try broadcasting. I was really afraid of what others would say. Coleman, you're delusional. You're 33. You're too old. All the things. Fear of peers. That's the opinions of others. Family as well. Some of you right now know exactly what you're supposed to do, and you know how to get there, but your family and their comments and their own fears and their advice to play it safe are holding you back. And then finally, the pride to do it alone. We don't want to ask for help. Will you help me is the most underutilized, undervalued question in the world. Will you help me? People are afraid to ask for help. No one wants to seem needy. No one wants to seem like a bother. But the reality is, with the right posture and the right ask, people are more than willing to help you. But you've got to ask. So there you go. 2 common fears, 2 common doubts, 2 common areas of pride in our life that are holding us back. What do we do with that? Thanks, Ken. You told us what they are. What do I do? Well, we have a simple formula. Put fear and doubt and pride on the witness stand. Because fear and doubt and pride are telling you something. Sometimes fear is protecting us. If I stick my hand in a fire, I'm probably afraid to do that. And fear was telling me the truth. You moron, if you stick your hand in the fire, you're going to get burned. But sometimes fear is saying you're going to alienate everybody you know. You're going to be an abysmal failure and you're going to live under a bridge and starve. Fear's probably lying to you there. So what we do is, whether it's the voice of fear, the voice of doubt, and the voice of pride, we got to make sure that we know what's true. So we put them on the witness stand. What's the voice saying? So let's challenge it. Is this true? Is this actually true? We get feedback from others. We dive into the voice. We look for answers. We put it on the witness stand. Once we find out that it's true or false, if it's true, boom, we've just protected ourselves. Most of the time, these voices in this journey are lying to us. And once we discover the lie and we prove it, then we say, I'm going to focus on the truth. The truth is, I do have the talent. The truth is, I do have the time. The truth is, I'm not going to be a big, giant failure. The truth is, people will say yes and help me. And once we do that, then we act on the truth. We don't just hold on to it. We now move forward. So, quick little thing that has helped me in my journey and will help you as well, but you got to know the enemies that are trying to hold you back. 844-747-2577 is the phone number. 844-747-2577. Joe has got, Joe, I love it. Sharpened edge for the pencil. Let's go. Kansas City, Missouri. Michael joins us there. Michael, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey, Ken. How you doing today?
Michael, I'm living the dream. What are you doing, man?
I'm not going to lie. I'm struggling.
That's okay. You know what? That right there, my man, that's the biggest thing that you can do. When you're struggling, just go, man, I'm struggling. Changes everything. How can I help you, brother? What are you struggling with?
So, just a little bit about me. I'm a recent high school graduate. I graduated during Corona, so that's fun. Yep. And I'm in college right now. I'm just in a little community college, and I've just been bouncing around from a bunch of different degrees. I really can't find a good direction for my career path.
Yep.
And that's something that I'm just really craving it. I just really want
I get it.
Direction, I guess, for my career path, because I feel like if I'm able to figure that out, like, I'll be able to make a plan and stick to it and really just lock down on what I want for my future.
Yeah. What have you determined? And if you don't have an answer, that's fine. But what do you think is the reason you keep bouncing around and changing your mind? Which, by the way, you're a year out of high school. You don't have a ton of work experience. And you're trying some things, which is great. But you're also deciding, back and forth, back and forth. What do you think is the reason for that? Besides not knowing. I know you don't know, but what's causing you to be interested in something and then change your mind?
I just really want to be like, and I don't know if I'm in the wrong or not by saying this, but I just really, really, really want to be passionate about, like, whatever career I do pursue.
Nothing wrong with that. I base my whole show on that, Michael. All right, so let me ask you this. What have you wondered about? Is there some crazy dream idea that you have that you're kind of afraid to share with me because it seems so preposterous almost? Yep. There's your answer. The answer. There's the answer. I want to know what this preposterous, wild, crazy dream is. Let's just check it out. Let's dive into it. What is it?
I mean, it feels really unrealistic, but
just say it.
So ever since I was a kid, me and my best friend have always just kind of dreamed about like making YouTube videos, playing video games with each other.
Okay. So that seemed preposterous 15 years ago. You say that to me 15 years ago, and I probably go into some coach's rant to tell you how you need to grow up. But the reality is that stuff's going crazy right now. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Why wouldn't you try it? I don't mean, first of all, you got to do that on the side. You can't live off of that. So this would be a side hustle, right? Just like any other side hustle. If I'm going to start a car washing business, I'm not going to make enough to live off of that. But if I want to give it a shot, I got a day job, I'm going to do it. So what about you guys? Either you do a nighttime shift, waiting tables, or whatever, a graveyard shift, and you're playing during the day, or you got a day job, and at night you guys are playing video games and recording this stuff and seeing if you guys got something that's entertaining. You put it out there on YouTube, and the audience will tell you. But that's not some big, giant investment. Now, if you sit there and go, our dream is to be, we want to have millions and millions and millions and millions of views, and we're making a ton of money. Well, it does seem like a big deal, but it's possible because people are doing that crap now. I mean, they're just videoing themselves doing anything. I mean, am I right?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you try it? On the side, why wouldn't you try it?
In all honesty, I think it's just because. So I'm living at home right now with my parents, and they're like incredibly traditional. Like, if I told them that I wanted to pursue YouTube as a career or something, I would get the boot like immediately. And
well, wait a second.
Right now,
but listen, I just created a scenario for you by which you're not trying to make a living on YouTube right now. It's a side hustle. So you're going to get a solid day job, and you're going to get to a point where you can save up and you go out and get your own apartment. So we take that tension away too. So the couple solves there. Number one, I know you're in community college right now, and we'll get to some more of this in a second, because I think there's a clue inside the video gaming on YouTube. I think there's a clue as to the kind of work you really enjoy. I'll get to that in just a moment. But I want to be practical with you. You can go out and bust it right now and get your own apartment and get out of the house. And who cares what mom and dad are saying at that point? I'm not disrespecting them. I'm just saying you need a day job, and then you got to do this YouTube thing on the side anyway. Are we in agreement on that?
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Okay, I actually already have a day job. I mean, I'm making like 15 an hour, so
it's not bad. It's not bad for a 19, 20-year-old, but I mean, you could get a better day job that allows you to do the video game stuff at night and commit to it, and let's get it going. I would try it, is my point. Now, what is the clue for me? What's the kind of work you would do if the YouTube thing never works out? What's the kind of work that there's a clue within this whole YouTube thing? What's the kind of work that you go, Ken, I think I might really enjoy this kind of work? Is it technology related? Yes or no?
Probably not. I don't really see myself like, I'm not, it sounds kind of silly, but as much as I want to do like YouTube and gaming on all that stuff, I'm really not a big electronics guy.
Okay, great. So what would you do? What would you try tomorrow if the YouTube thing was never even a possibility? What would you try tomorrow without committing the rest of your life to it? What would you try? You've been interested in some things. I know you have.
What would I try?
What would you try professionally? You know the kind of things you enjoy doing. What would you try?
I don't know, man.
No, it's not true. Okay, here's the deal. You're locked up and you're live. So here's what we're going to do. I created the Get Clear Career Assessment for you. All right?
Okay.
It's a $30 assessment that's going to walk you through talent, what you do, kind of work that you love, tasks and functions. Even though you're a young guy, it's going to open up some things for you that you've never seen before. And then it's going to measure your number one mission result. What do I want the result of my work to be? Okay? So I'm going to give you that assessment. I want you to take it today. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm going to give it to you for free. We're going to email you a code. I want you to take it. You hear me?
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
Yeah, it is awesome, because here's what it's going to do. It's going to spit out a very detailed report for you, your top 3 talents, top 3 passions, and your driving mission. And then it's going to fill out a purpose statement. It's going to show you professional possibilities. Then I want you to call the show back based on that assessment, and we'll start talking about next steps. You hear me?
Yeah, it sounds good, man.
All right, bro. Hang on the line. Kelly's going to take care of you. For the rest of you that Get Clear Career Assessment, this is a $30 tool, and it's amazing for this right here. For people who aren't sure, who want to get total clarity or want to get confirmation of the dream, a great tool, kencoleman.com. Go get it. Also, you can get it and the new book. You can pre-order the new book, From Paycheck to Purpose, plus the assessment. You can get them both for $30. The book will come to you when it comes out in November 9th, but you get the assessment immediately. You're going to get a link and a code. This is all online. Beautiful, beautiful tool. So that's a great tool. So hang on line, Michael. We'll take care of you. All right, let's go to Augusta, Maine, where Caitlin joins us. Caitlin, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, Caitlin. What are you doing?
Hi. So my issue is I graduated college in December after 3.5 years in college, and I accepted a job right after I finished my very last final in college. and I'm an executive assistant for a nonprofit.
Okay.
And I was an assistant all throughout college, and I'm tired of being an assistant. I'm tired of doing things for people. I kind of want to just be able to do my own thing.
Nice. Which is what? Tell me more about that. What's this, your own thing? And I don't even care how specific you can get. Play that out of your heart. Let that flow a little bit. What is this thing you want to do for yourself?
I was talking to my fiance, and he said, I was talking about it, and I said, my sweet spot, I love organizing. I love seeing a job start to finish, making everything nice and clean. I like working with people, and that's all I can really get. I have an environmental degree, and I work for an environmental organization, but it's just not working well.
Okay, let's break this down. So, you like organization. You like processes. I'm guessing you enjoy getting involved and making things run very smoothly, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this Get Clear career assessment is probably, I'm going to give it to you when we finish, okay? Because I want you to take it to clarify what we're going to walk through. But my guess is your number one missional result is going to be efficiency. Like if your work is creating efficiency and excellence, then I think you're a happy camper. What's interesting is, though, you've done some of that as an admin assistant, but you're fed up with that. So I think it needs to be another level of organization. And the interesting thing is loving working with people is also a really cool thing here. Because I can show you a lot of people that are very organized and detailed and love efficiency and all that, but they're not so much people, right? They're just kind of like, I kind of want to be left alone. I want to check off the boxes and I want to deliver. So that people quotient for you is very interesting. So based on what you've told me so far and what I just spit back at you, give me an example, and don't worry about job title. Give me an example of the type of work that you think you would have tremendous passion for. You'd love this type of work, and what you're doing during the day that is organizational and systems based, but it's not sitting at a desk and dealing with calendars and emails. Talk to me. Give me an idea based on you. You know you.
Well, my sort of passion is obviously environmental, and I like the idea of kind of fixing like projects start to finish. Like, I don't know, there's a bad area, some pollution's happening, and you kind of fix it start to finish, and it's all better by the time you're done, and then you move on to the next job. Yes.
Okay, great answer. Like I said, you don't have to be super specific because I want you to get in your head what your heart's telling you, and you care about the environment. So that is a specific area. But it's not just the environment, right? Because I'll tell you, on this assessment, I'll guarantee you score high on solution. Efficiency and solution, those are two big results for you. True or false?
Yes.
Okay.
True.
So what you basically described, and this is a loose, do not get locked in on this, but project managing, coordinating of details and people, does that sound right to you?
To an extent. Like, I hate coordinating events and stuff like that.
Okay, doesn't have to be events. All right. Yeah. My point is but project manager hits you right, correct?
I think so.
Okay, here's the deal. Again, I'm telling you not to lock in on these titles. I'm saying you're looking for this kind of work. So you want to be involved in environmental issues, environmental processes, but you like people. So there's probably a management coordination is what I'm talking about. There's a people quotient to your organizational work. Make sense? So you want to be a linchpin, if you understand what that means. You're going to work with people, but you're driving processes and making systems and other things flow better. Sometimes because it's the wrong person doing the wrong thing. That might be a management component later down the line for you in a leadership role. Maybe. Okay. It might be, hey, we need somebody who is making everybody aware of what's going on, what they got to do, so we're all moving in harmony. So it doesn't have to be that you're coordinating events. It just means you are moving people and processes. And I think that's what you need to start looking at. Okay, what are all the types of jobs out there that are process and people-oriented because you don't want to be left alone by yourself all day.
Right.
Am I making sense?
Yes. The problem is there's not a lot of jobs where I am. Like, I've been on ZipRecruiter and Indeed. There's not a lot of things that are catching my eye. And,
okay, but that's in Augusta, Maine, correct?
Right.
All right, so now we got to deal with that. So we had to deal with the first part, okay? And again, I'm going to give you Kelly's going to get the information. We're going to email you a code and a link for you to take the Get Clear career assessment that I'm talking about, which is going to go a lot deeper. And it's only about a 25-minute process. You're going to absolutely love it. It's going to give you a professional purpose statement, and it's going to show you different industries and professional possibilities. I want you to take it. But you've already searched ZipRecruiter, ZipRecruiter.com/Ken. If you haven't signed up there, do it. But here's the deal. Augusta, Maine is the issue. So you're going to have to say, hey, in order to do what I want to do in the environmental space, I got to go where the jobs are. So you got to decide, are you going to get out of your comfort zone of Augusta, Maine? I can't help you with that because that comes down to you going, look, am I going to make my decision on work based on a zip code, or is my zip code going to be determined based on the work? That becomes the $1 million question for you right now. Because once you decide that, it opens up the whole world to you. So
basically, I'm getting married in about 2 months, and I'm pretty settled where I am location-wise.
Well, so now you got to so you're limited a little bit, but that doesn't mean you give up and throw your hands in the air. I'm not going to accept that attitude.
Yeah.
Come on, Caitlin.
I've had a job offered to me for insurance sales, and I don't know if that's for me.
It's not for you. I'll tell you what. Hang on the line. I'm so thrilled. Today is day one. I've been working on this assessment for 2 years. It's a $30 assessment. I'm giving it to you for free, Caitlin. Oh, my gosh, it's your lucky day. Listen to me. I want you to take it. Insurance sales is probably not going to come up in the professional possibilities. I'm going to take a stab at that, all right? But let's just see.
Yeah, probably not.
All right? Now, listen. You know, and just take this, and then you can call me back if you need to figure out the path forward. But I'm so excited, Joe. Hang on the line, Caitlin. Joe, I've been waiting 2 years for this. Folks, listen to me. Today's a big day. You need to pre-order the book From Paycheck to Purpose because that's the guide up the mountain. But for those of you that don't know the mountaintop, your professional pinnacle, the Get Clear Career Assessment is here. Go get it. And for $30, you can get the assessment and the book and pre-order it. $30, you get the book and the assessment. The assessment alone is $30 standalone. I'm so excited. This is exactly they can walk right through it. It takes 25 minutes. Take your time with it, maybe 30 minutes. You're going to get a really great report that's so clear, so simple, going to blow your mind. 844-747-2577. You just heard her mention ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter.com/Ken is the website to go. 2 reasons why. ZipRecruiter is the #1 job site in the world. Their candidates are 3 times as likely to get hired. Their technology is amazing. Here's what happens. You go to ZipRecruiter.com/Ken, and within about 5 minutes, you got a profile filled out, ready to go. Hit submit. Here's what they do. They take your profile, and they start searching with their amazing technology, fitting your profile up for jobs that are available. And then they match you. And then the company gets pinged by ZipRecruiter. The company's paying ZipRecruiter for you. That'll lead to the second reason why you need to go. Then the company says, oh, I'm interested in this person, and they contact you directly. Takes the yuck and the suck out of the job search. Here's a second reason you need to do it. It's free. ZipRecruiter.com/Ken. ZipRecruiter.com/Ken. I don't know why you wouldn't try it. Now, if you're staying in one little part of Maine, you're going to be limited, but it's going to open up the whole world to you. So go do it. ZipRecruiter.com/Ken. Okay, quick break. When we come back, some really encouraging data for those of you that want to switch jobs. That's in the news. And we got some great updates from Momentum Monday. You, the people, are making progress. This is the Ken Coleman Show.
Our world is changing, but so are we. Now, we see a smile through someone's eyes. We conquer our struggles and cherish each moment because we're shielded through faith. and assured by hope. And greatest of all, we love. The world is different, but so are we.
Welcome back to the Ken Coleman Show, where we help you move from paycheck to purpose. Oh, I've been teasing that for a couple of months. You folks didn't know what I was doing. It's actually the title of the brand new book, which is the unveiling of the 7 stages to doing what you were born to do. Look at that. I'm holding it in my hand. I like to give that a sniff, Joe. There's 2 things that are inanimate objects that I like to sniff. One is leather, preferably new leather, and then a fresh book cover. Probably too many chemicals in the book cover. Probably not safe. Would not do that at home. But, yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears here, and it is now for you. You can pre-order it right now, kencoleman.com. You can pre-order for only $20, and you get all kinds of goodies, over $100 in free items, and it comes out on November the 9th, so we'll ship it to you. This is very, very exciting. Going to help a lot of people right here. So this is the manual to get up the mountain. We'll also help you determine the mountain. And, of course, we have the Get Clear Career Assessment, which is also available today. That's a $30 product, an unbelievable report that is going to point you in the direction you need to go. Then the book will get you up the hill. You can get them both for $30, which is a $10 assessment plus the $20 book, and you still get all the goodies. So go check it out, kencoleman.com. All right, I love to give you folks updates on folks that are listening and watching the show. We call it Momentum Monday, Joe. Oh, yeah. Carson on Instagram said, Ken, I got a huge job interview this week, and this will help me prepare for it. He's talking about one of our posts. He goes, I've been following you for a while, and you've helped me a lot in the last few months with some major decisions in my life, and I am moving forward. Love that, Carson. You're doing it. I'm not doing anything. I will take credit for being your cheerleader. I'll take that. I'll take credit for being a counselor and a coach and a cheerleader, but you all are doing it. Irene emailed in. Now, this is a little bit longer update, but this is fantastic. This is going to encourage some people. She said, my husband and I are going to celebrate 25 years of marriage soon. And I've worked he has worked tirelessly to provide as an electrician. He's in this field because his dad told him he wasn't smart enough to go to college. The things that parents say, including me, trying to help our kids. I know where this is going. I know where this email is going. I haven't even read it yet. His dad told him he wasn't smart enough to go to college, so he went and got trained as an electrician. Problem is, it's not his passion. I've always known this, but marriage and kids and his need to provide have caused him to put his dream on the back burner. We're both 48, and I think he had just decided he would do this for about 15 more years and then retire. I convinced him to get plugged into your content and the show. I've been asking your famous question over and over. If I could promise that you'd be successful and you have the qualifications, you couldn't fail, what would you do tomorrow? And he'd always say he didn't know or it didn't matter. Finally, after me continuing to ask the question, he blurted out, I would do computer animation. So he's finishing up another electrical certification. And as soon as he does that, he's requested information on animation classes. He's also spending time each day writing a children's book that he will animate. I just wanted to say thank you. Well, thank you for sharing that. I love that. By the way, spouses, I get this call a lot. Ken, how can I encourage my husband? Ken, how can I encourage my wife? I know they're miserable. I know they want to move forward and do something. And I'm all in supportive, but I can't get them to keep asking that question. See, asking a question, it'll eventually irritate them like it did here for Irene's husband, and he finally blurted it out. But it's not a nagging thing. And the question allows them to receive it, and they do what they want with it, as opposed to, I think you should do this. I think you should do that. That gets naggy really quick. But if you say, hey, what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail and you didn't have to commit the rest of your life to it? It would just be a fun adventure that was going to be successful. 2 things happen there, 2 psychological things. Number 1, you're not making a statement and telling them what you think. You're allowing them to receive the question and deal with the blank. Fill in the blank. They have to deal with the blank themselves. That's the first thing. The second thing is that they will allow themselves privately sometimes, long before they publicly say what they think it is. And it gives them something to think about, gives them something to stew on without you constantly reminding them. It's a wonderful, wonderful little thing that you can do there, spouses. So stay with it. Don't give up on them. They're not lazy. They're lost. And a lot of the spouse tension comes from a spouse feeling like, I don't get it. Why won't she get off her butt? Why won't he get off his butt? Wait. They're lost. If you're lost, you're not walking forward at all. You're doing this number. You're looking around. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know how I got here. So let's give a little bit of grace and a little bit of mercy, and let's begin to shine some light on their heart by asking them that question. It's a real tool that will allow them to get introspective, and that's where the breakthrough comes. 844-747-2577. All right, let's get to it, Nathan. It's time for In the News. Okay, this is really exciting. This is from Axios.com. Headline reads, Job market optimism among Americans hits a 21-year high. It's fascinating. It takes us back to 2000 to get to a place where the American people had this much optimism about job opportunities. This is exciting. And understand, folks, this is such a big statement because we're thinking about a year and a half ago, the world at work as we knew it was completely disrupted. Unemployment skyrocketing. And we still have a lot of unanswered questions about this pandemic and what are we doing and where is it taking us? Are we remote work? Still a lot of plates that are shifting. But this is phenomenal. So why does this headline matter? Because employers are scrambling to find workers. The economy is thawing. Goods and services are in demand. Restaurants are trying to feed people, but they can't. People are getting back to life. But you got a lot of people going, I'm not going to do that job that I used to do. I'm looking for something else. The pandemic did something that nothing else could. It shook the world to a point where change forced upon us made us go, well, what change would I like to choose? See, most people don't like change. But then when you get change forced on you, COVID-19, all of a sudden you start going, what else would I change? My world's been rocked. What would I change intentionally? And thus, 40% of Americans are actively looking to change work this year. Couldn't be more excited about the new book, From Paycheck to Purpose, because if you're looking to make that switch, it's the plan. If you don't know what you'd switch to, that's why the assessment, the Get Clear Career Assessment, is available both at kencoleman.com. Go get them. Many workers are leveraging their advantage because of the demand to get pay raises and new gigs. Yay! That's good. When you have high demand from employers, folks, now's the time. ZipRecruiter.com/Ken. All of our free resources at kencoleman.com. The resume guide, the interview guide, the follow-up guide. What's going to happen is you're going to see a massive, massive, massive shift. People are going to start going, I'm going to pursue what I want to do. Life is short. I don't want to get stuck doing a job I can't stand at home. Hey, I've got a good job, but I'd like to do something different. Now's the time. Massive shift. Opportunities are there. People will train you. Companies will train you. You don't even have to have a ton of qualifications. If you're high character and you got some good experience, there are companies that are going to train you on the job because they are looking for good women and good men. Character, the talent is there, and they can shape the talent into a honed, sharpened skill. Now's the time. Put your hand up. Put yourself out there. Another resource, betheltech.net/Ken Coleman. 9-month online program, no experience or talent, foreseeable talent, actually needed. They'll train you for technology jobs starting at $75,000. Less than $15,000, 9 months. That's what I'm talking about. Now's the time. Don't get stuck. This isn't going to last. This is a really rare situation with this many jobs available. It's now about 6.7 million unfilled jobs. That is demand from companies. That means your value is as high as it ever has been. You can compare it to the real estate market. Why is the real estate market going nuts? Because there's not as many houses. Same thing for you folks. Your market value is as high now as maybe it'll be for another 2 decades. Don't wait. The Ken Coleman Show is here to help you. You can do this. You've got it. All right, my time is almost up. But before I let you go, remember this. You matter, and you do have what it takes. Until next time, this is the Ken Coleman Show. Press on.